Good morning, Deacon John here. It's time for the Blue Water Vicariate Schools video of the day of this beautiful red sky behind me, and that's important. I'll go to that a little bit later, but I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend, enjoyed times with family and friends, and got plenty to eat. And as we look at today's holidays, today is National Letter Writing Day, and it's also French Toast Day, if you like French toast. And it's Red Planet Day, so as we look at this beautiful sunrise with the red sky in the back, we have a video coming up about Mars to inform you a little bit about the red planet called Mars. And it's also Eat Your Turkey Leftovers Day, so make sure you do that, or freeze your turkey, one of the two. Have a great day.
The fourth planet from the Sun. Mars is known as the red planet because iron oxide, a material like rust, in the soil gives it a reddish color. Mars is smaller than Venus and the Earth, but larger than Mercury. It is cold and rocky, with a thin atmosphere made of carbon dioxide and oxygen. There is water ice on Mars. Scientists are very interested in Mars because they think that people could live there with the help of some special equipment. Rockets and probes have already been sent there to gain more information about the planet. Right now, there are two special robots exploring the surface of Mars, sending information back to Earth.
Verse of the day is from the 5th book of Galatians, chapter 13 and 14. For you were called to freedom, brothers and sisters, only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for self-indulgence, but through love become slaves to one another, for the whole law is summed up in a single commandment. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. So that verse is all about putting others before yourself first, all the time. And that's what the good Catholic Christian does, is to think about others and act in charity towards your fellow friends and loved ones.
This is Franciscan Media's Saint of the Day for November 28th. Today we celebrate St. James of the March. James was born in central Italy in 1394. After earning doctorates in canon and civil law, he became a Franciscan and began an austere life. He fasted 9 months of the year and slept only 3 hours a night. His friend Bernardine of Siena persuaded James to moderate his penances. After his ordination in 1420, he began a preaching career that took him all over Italy and through much of Central and Eastern Europe. A popular and effective preacher, his sermons prompted many to reform their lives. Credited with helping to spread devotion to the holy name of Jesus, vocations to the Franciscans also increased under his influence. To combat extremely high interest rates, James established non-profit credit organizations that lent money at very low rates on pawned objects. He can be said to be the father of the modern pawn shop. In his later years, James declined the offer to become a bishop, preferring to preach instead. A portrait of St. James of the March hangs in the Louvre in Paris. He died in 1476 and was canonized in 1726.
This day in history. November 28th.
In 1942, almost 500 people were killed in a blaze at the Coconut Grove nightclub in Boston. It remains the deadliest nightclub fire in American history. In 1964, the U.S. spacecraft Mariner 4, launched on a flyby of the planet Mars, provided the first ever close-up images of another planet. In 1995, the federal speed limit of 55 miles an hour was repealed. Today, states set their own limits. And in 1519, Ferdinand Magellan found a passage from east to west. After sailing for a year, his fleet found a narrow passage at the southern tip of South America. After inching through it for 38 frigid days, they arrived in the Pacific. The shortcut was named the Strait of Magellan. And that's this day in history.
What do acrobats, gymnasts, and bananas all have in common? They can all do the splits. Everybody have a great day.